Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name is Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Good to have you along here on this rainy, windy Wednesday. Walking into the studio this morning thinking, wow, I had a light jacket on yesterday. Didn't even really need it. Today, winter coats back on. If you're going outside, we recommend one. That's a breakfast show recommendation. Folks, I'll just tell you right off the start here this morning, we got some issues here that we need to clean up and just put behind us. Brent's a little upset this morning. We read an article together here, just kicking things around, getting ready for the show this morning, and well, I'm just going to say Brent Apperson is a little peeved.
I'm considering a lawsuit.
That's what people do, top to bottom these days. If you don't like it, you sue them, and you certainly have the right to do that, because I believe you're thinking discrimination.
I am.
Here's what happened, folks. The Super Bowl halftime show, which is coming up in a while, now has a height requirement for the participants of the performance. Of course, many of you know that Bad Bunny will be the Super Bowl halftime show, and supposedly a leaked application for the field crew says only people between 5'7" and 6 feet can apply, and that's got a lot of shorties upset. It's not clear what's up with the height requirement, whether or why they did it, but there are some speculations here that it has to do with fitting the crew into the uniforms. Sounds a little lame, actually, which they already ordered. So they ordered the costumes for 5'7" to 6 footers, so they wouldn't accept anybody under 5'7". Brent is peeved. He was planning on being on the show.
I was going to apply anyway. Thought about it.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? That'd be one way to get to the Super Bowl.
Right. Well, you can't.
I'm 5'6".
This is the world we live in right now. You're 5'6". Nah, you're an inch short.
Mm-hmm.
And technically, I couldn't apply because I'm over 6 foot.
True.
So
yes, yeah.
People over 6 foot.
Shipe couldn't perform.
No.
Simpson, I think, maybe could. Would he be in that 5'7" to 6 foot? I bet he is.
Well, he's a husky guy. I don't know if he'd fit in.
Because he's taller than me.
He's a little taller, yeah.
A little taller, but not as tall as you.
I would like to see Jack Simpson perform at the Super Bowl.
I would, too. I actually would tune in and watch the Bad Bunny performance during the halftime of the Super Bowl if Jack was one of the performers.
Well,
wonder what kind of costume they'd put him in.
We'll have to watch just a little while. I'm like you. I probably won't watch or listen to the halftime performance. Haven't for a few years because the acts have been, how do I put it, Brent? It's the artists no longer, as you said.
It's just not our style of music, and
yeah.
that's fine. You know, listen, musically, how can you please everybody?
Well,
it's difficult.
A country act doesn't seem to hit their taste buds. It's got to be more of a dance performance, a little rap, little hip hop, a little pop. Pop, I guess, is the better word for what they're putting on the stage now, and that's okay. And I understand this Bad Bunny is very talented, so if you just enjoy music talent and a performance, maybe the music's not so important. I don't know. I've never seen the guy.
Yeah.
Never heard him.
But it's still height discrimination. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Been battling it all my life. Went to the amusement park with my friends, got ready to go on the roller coaster. Everybody was able to go on the roller coaster except Brent.
That had to hurt.
Because he wasn't tall enough.
Wow, that's terrible.
I'm sorry. little boy, could you step over here and stand by this lion's arm to see if you're tall enough to go on the... Hey,
No, I'm sorry, you can't go on the roller coaster.
man.
That hurts.
Finally, at the age of 17, it seemed like I was able to pretty well make all of the rides.
You had a growth spurt.
Eesh.
Well, I know that your mom I should say, our mom, in Arkansas is probably listening, and I know that hurts her to know that you had to suffer those sorts of things.
Yes.
Jim, on the other hand, I think that's probably something he figures that's how you get tough.
Yeah. You're like, just suck it up, boy.
Suck it up, get through it, do it. The Prairie Pioneer Center today. Barbecued brisket sandwich, carrots and fruit. That's what's on the menu today. And if you're not a regular customer, you might give them a call, let them know you're coming. Or if you're bringing someone and are a regular customer, that helps them out so they know kind of how much to fix. And you can also call that same number, 872-6121, to set up home delivery to your house.
Ansley Public School today serving hamburgers and French fries at Ansley.
Arcadia School today, ooh, this sounds good on a day like today, beef and noodles.
Broken Bow today, made fresh glazed chicken over rice, Italian dunkers with marinara dipping sauce, fresh baked ham and cheese sub, the grill station combos, a crispy chicken sandwich basket, and today at Broken Bow, they're having a pasta bar station with spaghetti and meatballs.
Sounds delicious. Arnold today, also a very nice meal, macaroni and cheese along with chicken nuggets.
Loop City today, a deli wrap or a breaded beef sandwich at Loop City.
Callaway Schools, cavatini, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
Sandhill School in Dunning, taco soup today.
And Selma Myrna made fresh glazed chicken over rice, Italian dunkers with marinara dipping sauce, uncrustable cheese, and cracker platter.
Thetford today, ham tetrazzini on the menu at Thetford.
Getting fancy. Cozad, choice, many choices. Classic chicken patty with hot roll and mashed potatoes and gravy, pepper jack grilled cheese, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and the daily slice is the pizza bar with mashed potatoes and gravy at Cozad.
And at Litchfield today, Mexi Tots will be on the lunch menu at Litchfield.
Mexi Tots. Sargent today, chili cheese fries or stuffed potatoes, fruit cup, dinner roll, and milk. Gosh, it's the 14th.
It is.
That's crazy. All right, that's your school lunch menus for today. Starting to get used to writing down 2026. Had a few checks that went out.
Yeah.
2025. Excuse me while I kiss this guy. I didn't say kiss this guy, kiss the sky.
Okay. Thanks for clarifying.
Yes. Custer County offices at the courthouse will be closed on January 19th for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I want to remind you of that, so kind of plan around that if you would. And let's see, what else today, real quick, on this Wednesday. Oh, yes, the Alzheimer's Support Group meeting will be held today at Custer Care. For more information, you can call 872-6303. So that's on tap. And chair yoga today at the Broken Bow Library starts at 2 p.m., and that goes till about 2:45. And by the way, I think they can send that to you Facebook Live. If you can't make it on a wet, windy day like today, you can still get your chair yoga in.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty, it's amazing what you
don't
can
have to be so tall to participate in that, do you?
You might have to have your feet reach the floor.
Oh, great.
I don't know. I don't know, Brent. I know that you're a little tender today, so I'm going to be especially nice and not mean like my wife says I sometimes am.
Okay.
I don't want to be mean. I want to be nice because we have guests coming in. So let's play the game real quick,
Well,
and then
sure.
we're going to talk curtains.
Okie dokie. Here's your question for today. We've been asking questions about the classic TV show Batman, which premiered on January 12th, 1966. In the fight scenes with Batman and Robin. Oh, they were classic fights back in the 60s.
You know, Robin was kind of short.
He was. And he was a superhero.
Yeah.
That makes me feel better.
Good.
In the fight scenes with Batman and Robin in the classic TV show in the 60s, when they battled the villains, what was added that, kind of added a little bit of humor to the scene? Was it loud laughing, funny snorts, flapping bat wing noises, or pows, bops, and thud signs? If you know the answer, call us at 872-2801.
I'm sorry, what's our prize today?
It's Wednesday, so Pig in a Blanket.
Pig
It runs
in a Blanket. That's right. This is Wednesday. Call us at 872-2801. Pow! Boom!
Thud! Bang!
Your mornings sound better.
If you're driving in the car on the way to work, it just makes your day more enjoyable just listening to them.
The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
We are here for you, no matter where it works best to meet. Hi, this is Liana with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. We may have closed our Broken Bow office, but that doesn't mean Lori and I aren't ready to hit the road to meet where it's most convenient for you. Whether that's your home, conference rooms, coffee shops, or a picnic table in the park, we'll bring our competitive, trusted coverage to you. You can also come by our Callaway office Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. until 5, or Fridays, 7:30 a.m. till noon, or call 836-2201 and let's talk so we can go to work for you at Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency.
New year, new deals at Varney Pharmacy. Save money when you compare and save with their leader brand products. Shop cold products like Mucinex and Robitussin equivalents. Alternatives to save on pain products like Volerin and Aspercream. And digestive products like Miralax, Prilosec, and Align. Don't forget, flu shots are available on Tuesdays. No appointment needed. Varney Pharmacy, downtown Broken Bow.
Well, I can't believe we didn't get a call on that one. We actually gave the answer away. Maybe that's why they
Kinda.
didn't call.
Yeah.
I even knew the answer on that one.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
I wonder if the switch isn't switched in the back. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, it could. But anyway,
Oops.
if you didn't know the answer and you were wondering, it was pows, bops, and thud, and bang, and all the signs that they would put up when they went to throw a punch.
Yes.
Yes.
I
And
know.
Robin was very effective even at his height that he was at.
Yeah, he was
Superhero.
vertically challenged.
Oh, that was a good one.
No, I was. I just said Robin was.
Robin
I
was.
didn't say
That's right.
anybody
That's
else
right,
was.
yes.
True.
I'll just say I know how Robin felt. That's all I'll say.
Tricia's here from Designs of Distinction. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
We're good. We're glad to have you in on a wet, windy day.
I know. It's a new year.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
still having trouble writing 2026.
Yeah, I was mentioning that. I know I sent 2 checks out the other day, and I have a carbon check thing, and when I looked, I go, oh, heck, I hope they'll accept that. It's a year old
I'm
now.
sure they will.
But a lot of it, too, is we don't write the date down as much as we used to because we have everything on computers or phones.
Everything's right there.
But,
Yep.
yeah, it's 2026, 14th day of January already,
know.
Trish. Can you believe it?
No. Although January is just the longest month in the world. It just always seems like it's
Yes.
never ending.
Agreed. The good news is we've noticed, along about 5:30, it's still kind of light
It's
out.
still, yes.
Going to 6 o'clock, and the days are getting longer, so that helps.
Yes, it does. But I was surprised to see it was still so wet this morning.
Yeah, I think we got a little bit
bit.
more early today, just enough to wet the cement.
Yeah. Well, we'll
couple-
take anything.
Yeah, a
at
couple
this
hundreds certainly will help short-term fire danger, at least.
Mm-hmm.
So have you been busy with Designs of Distinction activities?
I have. I got back on, technically the 4th, whatever Sunday, Monday was. So it's just been, catching up with everything and making sure orders are out there and coming in and doing quotes already.
Okay.
So, yeah, down in Denver and
in Denver?
Did a quote there, yeah. Yeah.
When Trish says she'll travel,
I travel. I go anywhere, so.
you'll go to Dunning or Denver.
Yeah, either one. Matter of fact, I'm going to Dunning tomorrow to put
yeah.
shades up.
Nice.
Yeah, and then out to Burwell.
Yeah.
So
you
cut
do
across.
a lot up in the Burwell, Greeley area. I've been through
I
there,
do.
don't you?
Yep, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a nice group of clients and customers up there, and they seem to spread the word pretty well.
Yeah.
So,
Pass the word that there's this very nice young lady that will come to your business or your house and measure windows and come back and put these quality shades up,
Yes.
curtains up, and it all starts with a bid, right?
Yep, it does. And the measurements.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. And I'm using a laser measurer now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. So I've got a couple window treatments that really need precision when they come down. So the only problem is it goes to within a 32nd of an inch.
Wow.
Yeah, usually it's a 16th or an 8th is what I need. That 32nd throws me. So I printed out a ruler kind of thing, and I've put all the 30 seconds in there because, just so.
Yeah, that's when.
It sounds logical, but yeah, like 14, 30 seconds.
Oh, gosh.
Or 15, 30 seconds. I don't know.
That's a little
Yeah,
too
it's
detailed, isn't
a
it?
little too detailed. So then I have to take 3 measurements and then figure out which one I need and then bump it down a little bit.
Sounds like you're getting the hang of it, but boy, does that zero you in on your
It does.
fittings.
And especially on motorization, just trying to get things as fitting as well as I can. So
Well, you've been coming in here for years now, and sometimes
I know.
we love it. And I think that sometimes as announcers here, we forget that, we have listeners online, we have listeners everywhere, and we have new listeners more often than we think. Let's talk a little bit about, a little more detail about what all you do on windows. I mean, you're talking about as far as different things you can put on windows.
Oh, yeah. Shades and blinds. We still have wood blinds. We have done away with a lot of the cords. So now the wood blinds operate with a push button at the bottom, which has a spring mechanism up in the headrail. I know I'm moving my hands like people can see me.
Well, some of them can.
Well, some of them can. And so that helps lift the shade. And then we've gone back to the wand on the tilts. So do wood blinds, faux wood blinds, cellular shades, solar shades, the old-fashioned roller shades with some pretty amazing materials. And then there are some Romans, and which are just go up. They can be either a flat sheet front or what we call hobbled, so it leaves the curves in the shade even when it's down. And the allures, which are, some people call them zebra shades, so it's articulating fabric that kind of follows in front of itself, and you get your privacy, and you also get a band of sheer so you can see out.
Yeah.
So they're pretty cool.
Gosh.
And,
Talk
we
about
still do verticals.
still do verticals, and how much has it changed as far as the availability of different colors since you started in
Oh
the
my
business?
goodness, yeah, colors have just gone crazy. All different kind of colors, but so many more neutrals. You have no idea how many shades of gray there are. And it was there before it was written about.
I can't imagine, because gray seems very popular these days. So
Oh my goodness, yes.
yeah.
Yeah, we go from, a warm gray to a cool gray and everything in between. And so there's a lot of neat things out there. Haven't really seen anything wild and crazy since the zebra shades. But, they're coming in.
Okay, of course the optics are great when you fix things up around your windows like you can do. There's also some savings in energy loss with some of the shades that
Yes.
you provide as well.
Yeah, the cellular shades and even wood blinds, because you're putting something pretty substantial in front of that window. So that always helps. But the cellulars have the capacity to give us the most R factor on some of the older windows. But, when you go in and look at a window that's really old, and then I hear somebody in the background going, well, we're probably looking at new windows. That's when you need to think about the shades, unless you're 3, 4, or 5 years out, kind of thing. But, it's kind of hard to knowing, like, for me to put a shade in a window that I know is going to get replaced, because sometimes they can replace a window and that shade's still going to fit really well. Other times it's, it can be an inch narrower and then there's a problem, or 2 inches wider than it was, or longer. So, because everything's custom. I mean, everybody says, oh, I have a standard window. There is no such thing. There truly isn't. There isn't. Even in manufactured homes, I'll get different, differences. And going back to 30 seconds of an inch,
Right.
even if I look at 1/8 of an inch as my standard, I can, get different readings. So,
Yeah, I think people can tell you know what you're doing by the conversation we just had. And it starts with a phone call.
Yep.
Let's throw that number out, and we'll do that again before we close.
Yep, it is 308-870-3677.
3677.
Yep, and I'm inside Bow Family Flooring on South 9th, and if anybody knows where I was at 302, I'm right across the street.
Right.
So
Not
it's
far.
pretty cool. Yeah.
Also, you do small furniture pieces like little footstools and little love seats and that sort of thing.
Glider rockers, those cushions. I don't know how many of those I've done over the years. And people are still trying to find them. Unfortunately, those glider rockers aren't being produced as much. I mean, at least by the companies we always knew about that, and I think part of that is the way the mechanism works and the way the furniture is made. There's little holes for little fingers to get in, and that's kind of what I'm thinking is the reason they might have stopped doing some of that.
I think you're exactly right. Mom has one of those, and I was visiting one day, and I was rocking back and forth and having a good old time, and I had my hand down somewhere in that mechanism, and when I brought it back up, it was bleeding.
Thought, oops.
Oh,
Yeah. So, but people love them.
they're addictive when you get in one.
Yeah, they are. And almost every nursery I can remember growing up had one.
Yeah.
That was like the staple. You needed that glider rocker in a nursery, and
You bet.
so it's so man, have I done a lot of those cushions. So cushions, indoor, outdoor, dining room chair cushions, dining room chair seats. I don't do recliners and sofas and love seats. I can't flip them over.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna. Everybody's like, oh, you can build risers and it makes it easier.
I think you're probably making the right choice there. Also, this time of year, it might be a great time if you was thinking about replacing some of those the patio furniture cushions.
Yep.
You
I
can do those. Yeah.
And especially if you've kept the foam that was in there originally. I can get replacement foam, and I can get some really good stuff. But, as far as if some of the newer foams that have come out that they put into patio furniture is not that great. So if you have older patio furniture and you've got the good cushions, don't throw out the cushions, throw out the cover. We can recover them. Window treatments, I do fabric window treatments. Matter of fact, that's something I'm looking at down in Denver for a customer is putting up some panels for. So, yeah.
Okay, and are you still making one of those things that you put on your bed that really don't do
geez.
anything?
They're Italian.
They're Italian.
They're Italian. They're called scaldinos.
Scaldinos.
But some people call them a throw or a bed runner or, yeah.
Yeah. They're just down towards the bottom, right?
Well, it's so when people, and it really started when people would throw luggage up on the bed. Because especially now, all the, everything's on wheels. So you drag a piece of luggage into your hotel room or even home to your bedroom. What do? You throw the piece of luggage up on the bed to unpack it. Well,
Okay.
guess what all that stuff on those wheels has gotten? Now it's up on your bed or across your rug.
I understand. I just always wondered what the purpose was, because if you leave them on there, that your feet get under there, and it just really bugs you because it's heavy down around your feet.
Oh, I'm sure in Ireland you saw those.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See?
big time. Mm-hmm. Yep. But a lot of hotels motels you see them for, I suppose, for that purpose. Have you ever used one, Brent?
Honestly, when I crawl into bed, my feet don't reach that far to reach the Scaldino, so I've never had to worry about it.
Good point.
Good point.
But your suitcase could, so it's all
Yes.
good.
I'm worried about you, Brent. You're really hurting, man. Trish, throw that phone number out one more time, would you?
It is 308-870-3677.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Designs of Distinction right here in Broken Bow in the Bow Family Flooring Building. Stop by. Use the phone number. That's the way to go.
It is.
Sounded so good.
In the mornings, we don't have to fight over the radio because it's one station.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show.
Recover your health. If you are suffering from an illness, surgery, or injury, Team Physical Therapy can get you back on your feet again with today's most advanced physical therapy treatments. 872-5111. Our highly trained physical therapists evaluate and treat a wide range of physical conditions. Team Physical Therapy is committed to a timely and effective recovery for each of our patients. Call Team Physical Therapy 872-5111 or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Iran's top judge is hinting at quick trials and executions of protesters after President Trump vowed swift action if that happens. CBS's Holly Williams.
Iranian human rights groups are warning that one protester, 26-year-old Irfan Soltani, may be executed by the regime today. He was apparently arrested just last week.
President Trump's posted ahead of today's high-level White House meeting, anything less than having Greenland in U.S. hands is unacceptable. House Speaker Mike Johnson.
Everybody objectively has to acknowledge that Greenland has strategic significance to us and also to other countries around the world, so we need to play that very seriously.
At least 32 reported dead now after a construction crane fell onto a moving passenger train in northeastern Thailand this morning. The BBC's Jonathan Head.
At the site of the accident, heavy cranes have been brought in to move the twisted wreckage of railway carriages.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
In Nebraska news, in a story released by KNOP, the Lincoln County Department of Roads will close Slow Road beginning today for a culvert replacement project. The closure will begin east of the interchange with the 56C spur near Hershey, according to a press release from the Lincoln County Department of Roads. No through traffic will be allowed while work is underway, and motorists are encouraged to use alternate routes. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting for Central Nebraska's News Source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
Pittsburgh Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin stepped down after 19 seasons. He never had a losing campaign, but lost his last 7 playoff games, the last 5 by double digits. The Eagles removed Kevin Patullo as offensive coordinator. The Chargers fired offensive coordinator Greg Roman. Notre Dame head coach Marcus Freeman will hold a news conference on Wednesday. ESPN said he is not expected to leave for an NFL job. The Diamondbacks acquired third baseman Nolan Arenado in cash from St. Louis. Anthony Davis of the Dallas Mavericks will be reevaluated in 6 weeks after a second opinion. Surgery is not required on his injured left hand. Oklahoma City's now 34-7 this NBA season after beating San Antonio 119-98. They had been 0-3 against the Spurs. Wins for Minnesota and the Lakers. College hoops, Kansas upset number 2 Iowa State 84-63. NHL, Tampa Bay won its 11th straight game, a shootout win at Pittsburgh.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. A high wind watch begins at midnight tomorrow night and continues until 6 p.m. Friday night. Overcast today with a slight chance for snow. Daytime highs approaching 40. Winds out of the north 10 to 15 miles per hour. Partly cloudy tonight. Lows dip down to about 22. A dusting of snow today. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Power Solutions of Broken Bow is proud to be your local Vermeer dealer, offering the strongest equipment and parts out there. They are also your one-stop diesel shop, fixing major breakdowns to simple repairs. 2 miles east of Broken Bow on Highway 2, Power Solutions, your local Vermeer dealer.
It is 5 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. Let's go outside and find out what it really feels like on this wet and windy Wednesday with Jack. Jack, what's it like out there?
You're definitely right. It is very windy, and with that wind, it is pretty cold this morning, but 34 outside under a cloudy sky. Winds out of the north at 20 to 25. Barometric pressure at 30.22. Humidity 82%. 400s have received precipitation in the last 24 hours, and the precipitation for this month now at 600s. A high yesterday of 54 with an overnight low of 34.
All right. Now, think about this. When I ask a question, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Did you ever dream about being a dancer at the Super Bowl with Bad Bunny?
You know, I could take that a step further and say I've dreamt that I've played at the Super Bowl, but not being a dancer with Bad Bunny.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah, being on stage playing.
How tall are you, Jack?
6'1", I think. I don't know.
6'1" won't work.
Well, dang.
Well, if you're 6 foot, between 5'7" and 6 foot, you still might be able to get a costume and dance there.
Gotcha.
Thanks, Jack.
You're welcome.
We'll take a quick time out. I do believe that Stuart Fox is pulling in here. And yep, there he is, and he'll be in to talk movies.
Evans Feed Company is proud to serve Central Nebraska's cattle producers with quality feed, mineral, and salt products, and great service, too. Evans Feed has a full line of feed products on hand. Bulk grain products, creep feed, and distiller's pellets, too. They have a very complete line of horse, goat, sheep, pig, bird, and chicken feeds, and pet foods galore. Check out Evans Feed. They deliver great products to your farm or ranch. 800-830-2119. Give them a call. That's Evans Feed, locally owned and operated.
8:07, as we mentioned, Stuart Fox arriving. Going to talk about Fox Theater. Stuart, I got a question for you.
Sure.
I did take Avatar in at your theater.
Yes. Were you able to stay up? That was, it gets out pretty late.
Well, we did we did a, what was it? Mid-afternoon.
There you go.
Show, and but it was what, 3 hours?
Yeah, I think it's 3 hours and 15 minutes. Yeah.
I just have excuse me. Frogs again. I have a marketing idea for you.
Okay.
When you have a movie like Avatar that's like 3+ hours, popcorn special, because you can go through a whole bucket of popcorn.
Oh, yeah.
Before the movie's over. So you might.
Most people go through it before the trailers are over. That's why you get that large popcorn. You get a free refill.
Oh,
so.
See, I didn't go for the free refill, but the sound and the animation on that thing was crazy. I thought the storyline was much like the movie before it.
Uh-huh.
It just kind of continued on. Threw in a new crazy tribe and all of that.
Right.
Did you watch it?
I haven't got to see it yet.
Oh, wow.
So
yeah.
I've got to get in there. So.
Well, if you get refills, I guess you got that covered, because I could have went and got a refill.
Yeah. Well, and you only have, I think, 2 more chances to see it. It's tonight and tomorrow night.
That's it, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, see it on the big screen with the sound and so forth, because, I mean, it's amazing what they can do with animation.
Absolutely, yeah. It is the world they've created on Avatar is pretty amazing.
And I found I had trouble concentrating on the storyline, Stuart, because I kept watching how their tails were. They really had it down. It's like watching our cats, when they're sleeping and their tail's still moving all the time.
Easily distracted, right?
So you have a couple more chances to see that.
Yeah.
All right. And I'll turn it over to you guys. That was my question.
Oh, okay. Well, Avatar, I know it's been a big hit, right? I mean, it's been the biggest movie in the world this time of year. So
yeah. But I think we've had it for about 4 weeks now, so it's time for it to move on. And we got a couple really good ones right now that are still here. So the other one that's leaving is Song Sung Blue. So there was a Neil Diamond tribute band, and this is based on a true story. And so heard great things about that. So 2 more chances to see that tonight and tomorrow night. And then we have the Housemaid, which is a book by Frida McFadden. I think my wife's finally going to get to see it tomorrow night, but it'll be sticking around for at least another week.
All right. You mentioned the Neil Diamond film. When this first came out, I thought it was a story. I thought it was the Neil Diamond story, but it's not.
No.
It's a guy who wanted to be Neil Diamond, right?
Yes, yes. Yeah. It looks really interesting. I've seen bits and pieces of it so far, and I've heard great things about it. The people that have watched that. We actually, Penny and I are actually going to Central City tonight. They're having a ladies' night out in Central City, and I think we have pretty much a full house there. And they're watching Song Sung Blue tonight. So they're getting all their friends together, and I think it's kind of a neat deal.
Well, Hugh Jackman stars in it.
That's right.
So, there you go. Perfect movie for that.
That's
for
why
that
all
night.
the ladies are going?
Yes, I would say.
Could be.
I don't know. All right, so those two will be leaving
Yes.
soon. Song Sung Blue and Avatar. So let's see, what do you got coming up? Charlie the Wonder Dog.
Yes,
I'm not familiar with this.
Yeah,
one,
it's an animated, family friendly for the kids, which we haven't had anything for that for a couple weeks. So that one might only be here for a week. Just depends on how it does. So if you want to see that film, get in and see it. But it is a nice family friendly film. So, but we're planning it for probably just a week. And then the other one is definitely not family friendly. 28 years later, I think it's called Bone Temple.
Yes.
And I think the last one was out like 6 months ago or so. And so this is the continuation of that. Because I think if it used to be, it was like 28 days later, then 28 weeks later, now it's 28 years later. But this one's stuck with the 28 years later. So I'm assuming it's just a continuation of the movie from 6 months ago. So
Is it? I'll be honest. I'm not really familiar with the series. Is it like a horror?
yeah, there's
type
yeah. So
thing?
and that's not
Okay.
my genre. There's a lot of people that really like
Yeah.
that, but that's not mine. There is one. I think it's coming out the following week. It's called Mercy, and
That
that
looks
one
good.
looks that's more up my alley, and kind of a. You need to go to the website, go to the app, click on the picture of that, and you can watch the trailer and see if that's something for you. But yeah, there's some good movies coming up. I think there's one with Kevin James called Solo Mio that looks pretty good. And then we are planning. I mentioned a ladies' night out. We are planning one. We don't know what it's going to look like, but we're working with Broken Bow Floral right now to plan a ladies' night out for. I believe it'll be on February 13th. And we've got a movie coming called Wuthering Heights, which is based on I think it's based on a book.
Yeah,
from
classic book.
Yes. So we're excited for that one. So got a lot of good movies coming, so we're excited.
Good. Good to hear that because, I mean, you're coming out of the holidays. Sometimes the movies, kind of slow down a little bit, in January, but there are some good ones.
Some pretty
coming
good
up.
ones coming out, so we're excited about that. Like I say, if you haven't followed our Facebook page, make sure you follow the Facebook page so you can keep up with what's going on. And again, download the app. The app makes it really convenient to buy tickets, see what's playing. You can also buy gift cards on there, and we're really like to encourage people to use the app because it is very user friendly.
This is just a curious question from me. As far as how long a movie stays, do you guys have a say in that at all, or is it kind of dependent?
It depends.
Okay.
So, most of the movies that we show, we open on what we call the national break. So when they come out nationally, we, which is pretty cool for Little Broken Bow
cool,
to have
yes.
a lot of these movies. We can't get them all because we only have 3 screens, but we get an awful lot of these movies on what they call the national break, which is when they premiere everywhere else in the country. When we do that, typically those movies have to be here for 2 weeks. Some of the bigger ones, they might have a 3-week commitment or maybe even a 4-week commitment. Disney, especially, they have a lot of power, and so sometimes, they know what they have, right? And so they do wield quite a bit of control. Once we get past that, it's typically our say on whether we want to continue it. Obviously, people are coming to the movie; we want to continue holding it. There are some times when the studio, even though it says maybe it was a 2-week commitment, maybe that movie was number 1 in our theater, and they may say you need to hold that. And so that's a job for my film booker. So he goes to battle on those things, whether we want to hold it or not. So, but yeah, so we have some say, but not a lot. Like Charlie the Wonder Dog, it actually Friday night's actually the national premiere on that one, and I mentioned it's only gonna be here for a week. That's kind of an exception, but that's being released by a pretty small studio. So again, they probably don't have the chips to require that you have that longer period. So it's a really interesting business.
I would think
there's a
so.
lot to it.
Yeah,
sounds like it. I think I'm sitting here thinking about years past. I guess when you get my age, Stuart, you remember when you were 20 or 15 better than what yesterday was.
Yeah.
But what before the Fox Theater came along, and there was a Bow Theater. It was all B films. You never got, you actually went to the movies just to go to the movies. The movie itself probably was going to be substandard back then. They just didn't get a lot. Elvis movies. I think the Kennedys liked the Elvis series, so you got Elvis Presley movies and then a whole lot of B films that you cannot remember the title of. But you went to the movies because that was, it was different then. Maybe
it was a social thing too.
And
that part hasn't changed.
No, it has not.
It's
always fun to be in the lobby and see your friends and neighbors at the Fox and talk to them. Which movie you going to? And that sort of thing.
And since you're bringing that up, I do think it's important for people to to think about that. It is if you want a community theater, you do need to support it, and to support it, we got to have people actually come to the theater. We don't have control over the product,
right?
You at least get a control, what you play, what your genre and things like that for music and that. But we have very little control, and last year was not a great year for the theater business, and we were down quite a bit, and we need people coming back, and that's up to people. We do this as a community service here in Broken Bow. We've also got our theaters in Cozad and Central City, and I'm sure a lot of people have seen the news that we're closing our Central City location.
I did see that.
It did get you got a stay of 5 more weeks. We were actually delayed it another 5 weeks. That community is trying to rally around that and trying to do what they can to keep that theater open. And so we're going to work with them and see what we can do. But at the end of the day, that theater is for Central City, and we've got to find people there that want to be involved and keep it running. But I also don't want people like locally here to I hope they don't take us for granted.
Yes.
It's pretty easy to do that because I think our theater has been in continual operation probably since at least the 60s, if not before. And I think, as you mentioned, the Bow Theater was here before that. So I don't know if Broken Bow's ever not had a theater, to my knowledge. And if you look around the state at communities our size, maybe even a little bit bigger, that's not the case. Most of them have had their movie theaters closed down. And then usually what happens, the community has to rally. They go out and they apply for grants, and everybody donates money, and all the businesses donate money, and you raise a ton of money, and then you open up a theater, and it's usually a nonprofit, and you usually get volunteers. And that's pretty much the model, and so we've tried to stay away from that, and that's why we use our and we've talked about before the advertising that we do, and without that, we would have probably been closed a long time ago because that's the thing that helps us get through, and so I do want just make that plea out to people just that they understand that it is their. It's their theater. We are the caretakers of it, but we need people coming if you want a theater here.
Well, and to build on that too, Stuart, you guys do such a great job of making other avenues available to support the theater, whether it be having a business meeting at the theater, a party. My wife and I have done this several times. We didn't go to the movie, but when the movie's in progress, we pop in and visit your concession stand and buy popcorn.
That's right.
And so you guys have really made it available for people to support the theater in other ways than just going to the movie. And I think it's important people realize that too.
Yeah, and that's big. We do get a lot of people that stop and get popcorn on the way home, and because we understand that you're not going to come every time, but everything that you can do to support the theater. As I mentioned, we do this as a community service. It's not it's not my main source of income, as people know, or at least I hope people realize that. But it is a passion for us, and we want to continue it for a long time, but we do need people to show up. That's the biggest thing.
Well, we need, as you say, not overlook it, appreciate the commitment that you and others have put into the Fox Theater, and going back to the days when we got B movies. We went to the theater. Now you can go to the theater and get the latest movies of the day, premiere movies, and still have all that social interaction and just the joy of sitting in a theater and munching down that popcorn and seeing that big screen and hearing the sound and hearing a bird fly by from one side of the room to the other. You just don't get that.
And I will say there's nothing better than movie theater popcorn. So we were down there. We actually the Huskers played on Saturday, and my sister said, "Hey, I think we're just going to watch the game down at the theater," but she couldn't remember how to turn it on, So I had to. I was out and about, so I went and stopped down, and so we turned the game on. The 35-foot screen, watching the Huskers play, and I mean, it was just us, but we got some popcorn. That was my lunch that day, and there's nothing better, but that is. That is another thing. If you want to rent the theater for a special event, we can do pretty much anything, whether it's a current movie, an old movie. If you're wanting to stream something, if you're wanting to watch live sports, that we can do it all. And so, the nice thing there is you can invite lots of people, and we clean up. That's the main thing. They don't trash your house. Yeah,
no kidding. There's a lot of, and if you're thinking about different means of advertising, you can certainly check in and find out how you can have your logo or your video or whatever on the screen before the show.
Yeah, and I think I'm sorry to keep going here, but we brought some new partners down in Cozad, and they've been awesome, and they're actually working on revamping our advertising. Because our advertising's been going, I think, nonstop since 2009.
Wow.
We've made a few tweaks to it, but very, very minimal, and so they're working on some of that to maybe put together some different ad packages, maybe give some that are maybe a little smaller, that would be a little, that other businesses, maybe smaller businesses could to support the theater as well. So don't have any details on that yet, but we are working on something.
That's good. Also, don't forget about Nebraska State Bank providing free popcorn on
Tuesday nights, yes.
Can't beat that price.
And if you have our refillable tub that we're selling, for $20, if you buy one of those, you bring it back in, it's $5 to refill, but on free popcorn Tuesdays, you get it for free. So
hey, that's a nice deal.
It is a nice deal. Very seldom closed. You always have the doors open. People don't have to wonder if there's going to be a movie. They're always there.
And that's the advertising piece that helps support that, so they can be open all the time.
All right. Well, thanks, Stuart.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I know you're a busy guy, so we appreciate you taking the time to come in with us and talk movies.
You bet.
All right. We'll take a time out with these words.
Good morning.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
Drivers and farmers need a DOT physical? Thompson Chiropractic has you covered. At Thompson Chiropractic in Broken Bow, Dr. Riley Thompson provides certified DOT physicals to keep you moving safely and confidently. Some call it a CDL physical or a med card. Whatever you call it, Thompson Chiropractic handles it with professional, hassle-free care. When it's time for your next DOT physical, remember Thompson Chiropractic in Broken Bow, your dependable stop for DOT exams.
In Nebraska, honesty and integrity matter. These are the values local broadcasters live by when others try to define and mislead. You need a source that you can trust that knows your hometown. Nebraska broadcasters aren't just voices on your radio and faces on your screen. We're your neighbors, focused on improving the communities we call home, providing verified information you can trust. KCNI, KBBN, and the Nebraska Broadcasters Association, serving our community, committed to truth.
And we're back live in the studio, live on The Breakfast Show. 8:28 is the time. We have Janet with us from H&R Block. And Janet, if you'll give me just a moment, we're going to bring up Dave Burney has left the studio, and he is on his way to Varney Pharmacy. We're going to visit with them later in the show, but I think we have Dave live with us. Dave, good morning. Can you hear us?
No more taxes. No more taxes. I don't want any more taxes.
I don't know anybody who does.
I hear you, Janet. I think everybody's starting to think about taxes for sure with January. Well, actually, this is the 14th of January already. So
That's right.
we're in the wheelhouse for getting things done, right?
That is correct. We're busy preparing those W-2s and 1099s for some of the clients. And then we're still prepping and getting ready for the tax season and starting to do some returns this week. And hopefully we'll pick up more next week.
So, Janet, let me ask you, as far as making, because, I mean, obviously when people start getting these things in the mail, then they're going to be getting all of their things together so they can come visit people like you to take care of their taxes in 2026. What about making appointments? Are you encouraging that at the moment?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
If you're starting to think about it, go ahead and give us a call. Get that appointment set. We are being flexible, too, that if for some reason you don't have all your documents and you're not quite ready, you can call us and reschedule it. But we'd rather get you on the books now so that we make sure that we have the time for you that we know that you need.
Yeah. I think that many of us are in the position where we kind of know what we need to have when we when we visit with you for that initial appointment. But can you just kind of remind all of us just what helps you on your end so that when we come and visit with you, especially on that initial appointment, we are bringing everything that makes your job a little easier?
Anything that you get in the mail that says important tax documents, bring it with you. Whether or not it's going to be related, we will find out and help you sort through that stuff. But any of the jobs that you've held, make sure you have all your W-2s, your bank account interest statements, 1099-Rs, retirement planning, retirement distributions, I should say, any of that. You can also go back and check your prior year tax return to see what documents you've used in the prior years and see if you have those same documents for this year. And then also don't forget your form of identification. That's becoming more and more important to put those into the returns every year.
Yeah. Dave, are you still with us?
You bet.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I was just going to say, I think you had a question, didn't you, that you wanted to visit with Janet about, or was I wrong on that?
Well, no, you're exactly right. I have a couple of questions.
Right.
I'd like to not pay taxes, and I'd like Janet to figure out how I could avoid paying any taxes at all. But my other question would be, on a serious side, I know there's some changes that happened with the bill that was passed. They call it the Big Beautiful Bill.
Yes.
And I'm sure that are some things that you have learned about and watching for. I was wondering about the possibility, because I read something about it, for tax credits for businesses who help provide daycare for employees' kids. Have you had to deal with that at all yet?
And those are sounding like some of those Nebraska credits and stuff that Nebraska has also. If they have questions on any of that, please come and visit us, call us. We would love to get you that information. There's several different things out there that can help different people, the employers for daycares, the daycare workers, and then also sometimes the parents. There's some credits out there for them.
Okay. Also, clear off the tax questions and preparation side of things. I know that you had a party for one of your employees who retired here recently. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, Shirley Gotchla had been with H&R Block for I don't know how many years as our receptionist. We call him a CSP. She has been wonderful. She's going to be greatly missed. And yes, she decided to go ahead and retire. We have found a replacement for her, but that gal's got some big shoes to fill. But Shirley's still welcome. And she knew everybody, knew how to make everybody comfortable.
Yeah, she sure did, and she deserves to get to that retirement stage.
She does.
And I know that you enjoyed working with her. Everybody enjoys her. Well, I hope that everybody will use the services you have there. I know you are both feet in helping people. And how many employees do you have that work on taxes at H&R?
Employee-wise, 7 of us that do tax returns there.
Okay, 7 different people who can help people get through this with all the tax questions and different ways to. Well, number one, I guess that what everybody really wants to do, Janet, all kidding aside, is pay their fair share, but certainly not make a mistake and overpay more than we need to. And I know that's important to you guys too.
Yes, it is. Yep. We want to make, but the nice thing is though, we're going to get you that money back if you did overpay. But I'd rather not have government hold too much of my extra money all year where I could be using it elsewhere. And a lot of people are of that mind. But
that's all the questions I have, Brent.
All right, Dave. Hey, thanks. We'll talk to you soon from Vardy's, all right?
You bet.
All right. Janet, let's continue visiting here. Kind of building off what you just said. When people come in, they're bringing all of the information. You're figuring out where they stand for the 2026 tax year, and then they're like, "Wow, we're getting a lot back." And then I assume you can help the individual say, "Hey, you know what? Maybe we can, here's some ideas. If you don't want to pay all that in, and be maybe more even next year." You're willing to sit down and I'm sure, give people some advice on how to handle those situations,
most definitely,
right?
yes. We can do the tax planning with them, give them suggestions to make changes right now as to what to do. Also encourage them to come in for a mid-year checkup. Just come in sometime in the summer, bring your last paychecks in. We will look at it, do an estimate to see where you're at and see if some additional changes need to be made to see if you are still on target for what you would like to see.
Yeah. And then, of course, it goes the other way, too. If you walk in and I'm sure you've had some of these things happen where you tell the client how much they're going to owe, then you can make some adjustments for the following year on that, too.
Right. That is correct. That's still in that tax planning sessions that we can, go help them figure out where they need to be and what they need to be doing.
Yeah. When we hear H&R Block, I know my mind anyway, it just goes straight to taxes. But you guys do a lot of other things, too, for businesses, individuals, too, obviously.
Yes.
Can you talk about some of the other things that H&R Block offers outside of just tax preparation?
Yes, most definitely. Yes, we are encouraging our business services, use of those. We do your bookkeeping, we can do payroll, and then we can do other compliance filings for you, like your sales tax. And if there's anything specific, just come and talk to us. If we can do that, we will figure out what to do and help you do that.
Yeah. I know in visiting with you in the past, one thing we have found out is you're so open to answering questions. And I'm sure that when you have the questions approach to you, there's probably some research sometimes that you guys have to do, because I honestly have no clue how you keep track of everything. I mean, we've talked about the new bill that has come out and everything, which will change things, but I'm sure it's a process of learning that continues every day for people in your field.
Oh, yes, it does. Yes, we are continuing to learn every year. We have to take more classes again, study the new laws and stuff like that. Then also, if people have questions that I'm unfamiliar with, and yes, there's a lot of stuff that I don't know, I will say I need to do some research and I will get back to you. And yes, I do rely on my documents and sources that I have to help me along and figure out what I do need to know and to tell you.
Yeah. So how is the best way to get in touch with H&R? You mentioned give you a call.
You can call us there. You can stop in during our open hours. And even off-season, people do stop in and ask questions. Those are probably the two best ways to get a hold of us and ask us questions. And that way then we can have direct conversations with you and
Yeah.
understand what your needs are.
So this time of year, are you getting prepared to where you don't sleep until like May or June or July? Or
Yep, I've got my bed set up in the back room there.
I bet you do. I bet you do. Well, we've touched on some different things. Obviously, getting appointments set for 2026.
Yes.
Other things maybe that you wanted to address, Janet, that we haven't talked about yet.
Yep, I was saying, just consider us yet for your business needs if you need those. And we are available to answer questions.
All right.
All right.
Well, we appreciate people like you. Trust me, because so many of us really don't even know where to start sometimes when it comes to taxes. So we appreciate H&R Block and the expertise that the organization has shown over the years.
Oh,
So,
thank you.
All right.
Thank you for allowing us to come in today and talk with you.
All right. Good to see you.
Yeah, same here.
H&R Block, our guest on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. And Janet, I'm gonna play this one kind of as a segue. So here we go.
Let me tell you how it will be. There's one for
Take care, Mr. Spranik. See you later. He's already cruised the aisles, so he's good to go.
Yeah, he's getting out of here. He said, "Oh,
I
they're
don't wanna
live
see
on the
Dave-
radio."
Dave Burney's here. I'm out.
I'm out.
Well, I'm glad you'll stick with me.
I'll stick with you, Dave.
And Deb's always good.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna-
I think she might have something to say.
Oh, Deb.
Good morning, Dave.
Good morning. Is that it?
That's it.
Want a hug?
I'll always take a hug. Thank you.
You bet. You bet.
Best hug I've had all day.
Well, first one, I'm sure.
I don't know. She might maybe. Yeah.
Hopefully they'll get better.
Dog hugs don't count. Yeah, I was going to say she got a dog hug. I know that. I'm dog sitting.
I'm surprised that you would even say that this was the best hug since you have a dog.
You did have some comparison there.
Yeah.
Not as fluffy, Dave. You're
No, I'm not as fluffy. And then before the remote is over, I want to work with Hannah just real quick on some exercises I think we can provide for her to build up those muscles a little bit more than she has been. I think I got some ideas.
I think you do too, Dave. I think what we were talking about, she probably really needs to be working on that a little extra.
I feel like that.
Yeah, I do too.
And I want to
And
say...
she'll take it well.
She will?
Yeah.
Okay. Because
Well, but
if she doesn't take it well, I know she can beat me up.
Well, I was going to say you might want to give yourself some space.
I got a long cord here.
Get closer to that door.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about the over-the-counter and the aisles and so forth today and concentrate on that. Well, first, maybe I should ask you what the traffic's been like, or I could ask Marge if she had time, what the traffic has been like for flu, because that seems to be on everybody's medical minds here.
You're absolutely right, and it is. Flu is, it's heavy. We're seeing a lot of flu. We're seeing COVID. The flu, I mean, it's not like, well, and there is a stomach flu going around too now.
Yeah. So we have to separate those two because
Yes.
we call the flu several different things. You have the stomach
Yes.
flu, and then you have the respiratory,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have COVID.
Yes, and with the respiratory flu, I know a lot of people, including myself and probably you, we always think, well, I don't know if it is. Maybe tomorrow I'll feel better. I'll wait and see. Well, depending on your age, your health, and as we get older, at over 50, we really probably should see the doctor as soon as possible because there are medications that they can get you on early with the symptoms that will slow up the symptoms. And you'll have a shorter time frame with being sick. But if 48 hours pass, then it could help a little, but it's not going to help as if you get in there earlier to see the doctor to have them prescribe you some medicine that you can come here and get. And then if you have a heart condition or diabetes, it's really important to get in and see your doctor. Get that taken care of because you don't want to end up in the hospital or worse.
Right. And certainly if you have respiratory issues of some kind, maybe you've had asthma, pneumonia, if you're susceptible to pneumonia, that can come back on you pretty quick.
Yes, and it does
Yeah.
with influenza. Pneumonia does come back on you. Mhm.
Okay. All right.
That's serious.
Let's cruise.
Let's cruise. And then also, if you don't know certain medications that you could take over the counter, go ahead and talk to our pharmacists about it. They can help you out that way. Because if you do have a heart condition, there's some medications that will raise your heart rate, and you don't want that to happen. And there's some that you can take that will not do that.
And that's the nice thing about coming to Barney Pharmacy to take a look at those products. You can also get clarification from you guys.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
And never feel bad about asking or that you're bothering somebody. We are more than happy to help you.
Okay.
Okay. And then also I want to let people know that we will deliver. If you're shut in or not feeling well, we can deliver to your house. Don't be afraid to ask that.
Okay. And you have the drive-through available at certain times of the day, so if they're feeling well enough to get in a car and drive through, don't want to expose other people, that's a good route too.
It is. That would be a good idea. Thanks for bringing that up, Dave.
My pleasure.
Because sometimes you're sick. You don't want to walk around the store. You don't really even want to talk to somebody very much. Just come through the drive-through.
Yeah, probably don't want to get out of your PJs.
Right.
Stay in your car.
Right. Well, and there's some allergies going on. There's a lot of people getting allergy medication, Sudafed right now. And then nasal spray, of course, that's really important too when you have the influenza or the flu. That's the respiratory, to keep your sinuses moisturized. And a neti pot's a great idea. If you don't know how to use it properly or don't want to use it, you can get in the shower, take a warm shower, not a hot shower, take a warm shower and breathe in that air, maybe get some of the warm water in your hands and get it closer to your nasal passages and breathe that in, or maybe even inhale some of the warm water.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I talk to a lot of people who are having that discussion. Do I have a cold? Do I have a flu? Do I have allergies? What's causing these terrible headaches? My sinuses seem like they're bothering me, and it's all kinds of combinations of things.
Yes, and I would say the only way you're going to get an answer is to see a physician.
Get the right diagnosis and then come get the medicine. All right.
Absolutely. But otherwise, we have cough drops to help with sore throat, all kinds of cough medicine. Mine's allergies.
It's an example right there.
Right, dry throat, allergies. And it is so dry out. I wish we could get some moisture. But we have all kinds of Mucinex. We have tablets. We have the liquid form, whatever you're comfortable with. We have the Vicks. We have mentholatum. Also, if you, like at the first signs of you feeling like you're going to get sick, the emergency, Zicam, zinc is good. The timing is everything with this.
It really is.
It really is. Hot tea is always good. Hot tea with some honey and a little bit of lemon if you like that. If you don't like the tea, you could drink some warm water with some honey, or just warm water. It's comforting. Kleenexes.
Well, of course, with all the discussions we're having, you're going to need some Kleenex.
Yes, Kleenex. I did read this morning, if your humidifier is older and you've been using it throughout the years, most likely there's bacteria built up in it. So that isn't always the best if you're having some respiratory, so it might be time to buy a new humidifier. We do carry those. We have the warm steam and a cool mist. The heating pads are always comforting when you're not feeling well.
They're nice, yeah.
Heat always feels good, I think. And then also, if you have your muscle aches, we have a lot of pain relief for that. We have the Aspercrene TheraCare. We have a roll-on, spray-on. We have the pads that you can use that stay on. You just put them on your body, and a lot of people have good relief with that.
All right. Just a number of different things to relieve some of these symptoms we're talking about. Yeah.
And if nothing else, yes, they'll help relieve it and help make you more comfortable.
Yeah.
So that's important. And of course, sleep is important, but it's also important to get up and move around too.
Yes.
You don't want to just lay there because...
Well, that doesn't make you feel good.
No.
It really doesn't.
No, and it can help. If you lay there too much, it's just going to be harder on your respiratory system, and it's going to build up more phlegm and
yeah.
That you don't need.
There's also these side effects of laying down for too long, things like heartburn. Because you're laying flat.
Yes.
It can get kind of uncomfortable that way. So
Very.
If you're maybe able to, when you're not feeling well, to elevate yourself a little bit on the top side, on the head and shoulders, it probably would help a little bit. The other thing I think, we're looking at all these products you have here, and then behind you, Julie, you have all these vitamins and different supplements that are available here at Varney Pharmacy. How many people out there right now, through this last couple of months going into the cold and flu season, wake up and you go, man, I don't feel really very good today. I wonder if I'm getting sick.
Mm-hmm.
And then by later in the day or maybe the next day, you're feeling okay. You're feeling back to normal again. And I think the possibility of having that happen a few times may put you at risk to get caught when you really do get sick. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I absolutely do,
You go,
because I've gone through that
yeah,
more than once.
I might be getting the chills this morning. I don't feel quite right. And then you feel better and you go, oh, that's great. I didn't get sick. And then after about 3 times like that, you could get hooked. I mean, you could start getting sick and then you would be.
Mm-hmm.
So the vitamins and so forth and the things to keep your resistance up are kind of important.
They are, yes. Vitamins and eating right.
Yes. And you have all kinds of different vitamin B12 and all sorts of fish oil and all sorts of different health products.
Yes, our vitamin C's and D3s that are important. And we have, the chewables, we have gummies, we have health or vitamins for your eye health. Just all kinds. And if you don't see one particular one that you want to try or use, you can see if we can order it from our vendor that we purchase from.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Very good.
And then I wanted to mention too, Dave, with the heartburn, we do have a lot of heartburn medication, but
oh, good.
But what you can do is elevate the head of your bed by 2 to 4 inches, and that will help.
Yep.
It'll help with your heartburn.
Well,
quite a bit.
I mean, let's face it, if you are unfortunate enough to be in a hospital, they don't leave you laying flat very often,
No.
if at all.
Right.
They always kind of have you elevated on your shoulders and your head. And so if we're going to spend time in bed because we don't feel well, I think you're right on to elevate a little bit. And that moving around part, I think generally, even when we aren't sick, too much downtime just laying around. I don't know how you folks feel out there, but I by the end of the day, I feel kind of sluggish and not very good. You need to kind of get motivated and move around a little bit.
Move around.
If you can.
If you can, yes.
Yeah.
It'll help. Well, Dave, what else should we talk about? We have foot care, the massaging pads that you can put in your shoes, or elevation, help with your arch.
Yep.
We do have a small area with some shampoos and cream rinses.
Get the hair. Also, let's just move over to this one because this is where you can maybe get some relief from that dry skin, which, normally mid-January we'd have been scratching and itching a little more than we have this year because we've had these 40-degree and 50 and 60-degree days and 40-degree nights. But when it gets cold and we know it's going to, we're going to want to be stocked up on moisturizing lotion because take a shower and you need to put it on. And you've told me, I think, in one of our previous shows that it's kind of good when you still have some moisture on your skin to put it on.
Yes. I mean, you can dry off, but not completely to where there's still maybe a little bit of water, like you say, moisture on your skin, and then put the lotion on. It actually absorbs a little better. Your lotion goes farther.
Which is nice.
and it does. It does a better job. It really does. Yeah. So, but you want to dry off some. You don't want to get out of the shower, not dry off, and then put the lotion on, because then when you do dry, you're going to remove the lotion.
Right. I think sometimes we see so much advertising about, getting rid of wrinkles, put this lotion on your face, do this treatment to your face. Now I seen an ad here the other day about facial lotion just for men that's supposed to reduce wrinkles and all that sort of thing. So they really concentrate a lot on care for your face, but sometimes we forget about the rest of our body.
Right. And it's a good idea to moisturize from head to toe. I mean, even like when you do your arms, a lot of people just do the top of your arms. Lift your arm up. That's like an exercise. Put the lotion down your arm to your armpit.
Yes. There's nothing worse than an itchy armpit, so put some lotion on it. You got all kinds here.
Yes, we do. Well, I mean, even the heels your heels get so dry, and your hands. We have a good variety. Also what plays a part in drying your skin is what kind of soap you use too. Mm-hmm. And it does depend on type of skin that you have. But I would say if your skin's more dry, use try a different soap that's more moisturizing.
How about water temperature?
Yeah, do not take a hot shower.
Not too. I know that's so tempting though. When it's cold out, you want to crank that hot up just a little bit.
You do. You can for a little bit and then turn it back down.
Okay. I'll change my ways.
Okay, Dave, please.
Let's see. We're about out of time here,
Are
but we want to remind you folks that this is Varney Pharmacy, and this is where you come when the doctor recommends or gives you a script for flu or whatever your wintertime illness is. But they do have all these over-the-counter products that you can select from if you aren't to the point where you need that subscription, right? Prescription, I'm sorry.
That's
yes.
okay. And there's a lot of times the doctor will send you into the pharmacy for an over-the-counter product.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's like that. So, and just find one of us. We'll help you out as much as we can.
All right, Julie.
That's what we're here for.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Very much. I'm just going to run down here. I want to say hi to Marge. She is busy. Hi, Margie.
Hi, David.
You look really busy.
What?
You look really busy.
I am.
A lot of flu and a lot of colds and things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always.
Always. That's what you do. Thanks, Marge.
Thank you.
Hannah. Yes. We don't have enough time here, but I've got some exercises I think I can add to your regiment.
Okay.
I do see your posts sometimes, and I think I got a couple ideas.
Okay, go for it. Tell me.
Well, I can't tell you right now.
Oh, we don't have enough time. Got it. I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I just send it to you?
Absolutely. Send me what you got.
Thanks, Hannah.
Thank you, Dave.
All right, folks. This is a pharmacy store here that has been in service to this community for many, many years at this location and others. Varney Pharmacy available for you here. And again, be sure and know that you can use the drive-through. And they also deliver their products as far as the scripts go too, right, Julie?
That's correct. Yeah. If you want a prescription delivered, and if you need something over the counter, just mention it. And if you want to pick up your prescription at the drive-through, but you need something over the counter, mention that to us, and we'll have it at the drive-through for you. You don't have to come in to get an over-the-counter product with your prescription.
It's normally in business you tell people we want you to come in the door. This time of year, there are some exceptions if you're not feeling well, right?
Right. If you're not feeling well, or it's cold and windy today.
Yeah.
So if you don't want, and don't need to come in, don't come in. Just go through the drive-through.
All about serving your customers.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
We'll send it back to you, Brent.
All right, Dave, thank you very much. The time is 9:01. News is coming up.
2 raffles and 2 big chances to win at the Custer County Ag Society Winter Ball, happening Saturday the 24th in Broken Bow. You won't want to miss out. You could win an OZ Bar Precision Custom 22-250 rifle or $2,500 in landscaping from Sun Valley Landscaping. Raffle tickets are $50 each with only 200 sold per prize. Winners will be drawn Saturday the 24th at the Winter Ball. Message the Custer County Fairgrounds Facebook page or contact any Ag Society member for tickets. You do not have to be present to win.
No matter where your schedule takes you, stay up to date on your bank accounts. Sign up for mobile or online banking with Bruning Bank to keep track of your accounts anywhere, anytime. At home, the gym, grocery store, day or night. Secure your banking and take control to deposit checks, transfer between accounts, view transactions, check balances, and set up automatic payments with Bill Pay. Ready to simplify your life? Download the app or visit bruningbank.com. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
Life moves at the speed of light. Don't let pain put you on pause. At Rise Rehab and Performance, we believe everyone deserves to feel their best without pain holding them back. Whether it's recovering from an injury, managing chronic pain, or just getting back to doing what you love, our expert team is here to help take the first steps toward healing. Personalized care, cutting-edge treatments, and results that speak for themselves. Rise Rehab and Performance. 872-5800. We rehab, you recover, then rise.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. A U.S. official says personnel at a key military base in Qatar have been told to evacuate as Iran's chief judge hints at executing protesters, despite President Trump's
that the $20,000. Important to note, though, that CBS News has not independently verified that number.
EU chief Ursula von der Leyen has a message for Greenland ahead of a high-stakes meeting at the White House today.
We respect the wishes of the Greenlanders and their interests, and they can count on us.
Attention, shoppers. The parent company of Saks, Neiman Marcus, and Bergdorf Goodman has filed for bankruptcy protection. Company says stores will remain open. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
Pittsburgh Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin stepped down after 19 seasons. He never had a losing campaign, but lost his last 7 playoff games, the last 5 by double digits. The Eagles removed Kevin Patullo as offensive coordinator. The Chargers fired offensive coordinator Greg Roman. Notre Dame head coach Marcus Freeman will hold a news conference on Wednesday. ESPN said he is not expected to leave for an NFL job. The Diamondbacks acquired third baseman Nolan Arenado in cash from St. Louis. Anthony Davis of the Dallas Mavericks will be reevaluated in 6 weeks after a second opinion. Surgery is not required on his injured left hand. Oklahoma City's now 34-7 this NBA season after beating San Antonio 119-98. They had been 0-3 against the Spurs. Wins for Minnesota and the Lakers. College hoops, Kansas upset number 2 Iowa State 84-63. NHL, Tampa Bay won its 11th straight game, a shootout win at Pittsburgh.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. A high wind watch begins at midnight tomorrow night and continues until 6 p.m. Friday night. Overcast today with a slight chance for snow. Daytime highs approaching 40. Winds out of the north 10 to 15 miles per hour. Partly cloudy tonight. Lows dip down to about 22. A dusting of snow today. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
At Palmer Monument, they work with dedication to honor your loved ones with care and craftsmanship that lasts. They work with you to design meaningful, lasting memorials for your loved ones. Palmer Monument of Broken Bow, designed with pride, sold with integrity.
9:06 is the time. Brent with you here in the studio. Currently at our studios in Broken Bow, 32 degrees, cloudy skies. Winds are out of the north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Barometer 30.25 and the humidity 86%. Well, we picked up a little bit of precipitation last night and early this morning. 4 100ths recorded at 7 o'clock this morning here in our studios, and will bring our January total now to 6 100ths, as recorded here at KCNI KBBN. High yesterday in Broken Bow hit 54, with the low dropping to 34. Our sunset for this evening is set for 5:32. Good to have you with us here this morning on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Well, are you thinking that you might need hearing aids, but you're worried about what the cost might be? Well, Roxanne at Nebraska Land Hearing reminds you, don't worry about that, because they can work with any budget, because hearing aids don't have to break the bank. Proudly serving the Broken Bow area from the same trusted location for over 10 years, Roxanne has been helping neighbors hear better without the hassle of long drives or big city prices. With over 35 years of experience and multiple Best of the Best awards, Roxanne offers top quality, state-of-the-art hearing technology, including rechargeable hearing aids, so no batteries to mess with. She also provides free evaluations, free office calls, extended warranties, and discounts for both new and returning patients. So skip the drive to Lincoln, Omaha, or Denver. Call 384-3852 and schedule your appointment today. That's 308-384-3852 for expert hometown care that fits your budget right here in Broken Bow. You'll find their office in downtown Broken Bow, located inside the Broken Bow Chamber building. Well, Off-Broadway in Broken Bow makes assisted and independent living simple and comfortable. Get help with meals, housekeeping, and medication management while still keeping your independence and coming and going as you please. With 24/7 staff on site, you don't have any yard work to worry about. There's no snow scooping to worry about this time of year, and they have a full schedule of activities. It's easy to enjoy every day. Off-Broadway is now offering a new independent living rate, so contact them today to find out how that could positively affect you. Plus, they have a $99 move-in special that ends the first day of spring. So 2 great reasons to check them out now at Off-Broadway. Also, they want you to know that they are hiring an overnight caregiver with CNA or Med-Aid preferred. So if you're interested in that, contact Off-Broadway today. If you're interested in what their facility has to offer, stop in for a visit. They would love to welcome you in and tell you all about Off-Broadway in Broken Bow. Good to have you with us as we roll through this Wednesday morning together. Brent with you here in the studio. Dave has popped in the CD Pop Goes the 70s. So here's Bonnie Tyler.
It's a heartache, nothing but a
Livestock equipment to facility upgrades, Moline Seeded Fence has the largest supply of in-stock fencing materials in Nebraska. While the weather's still nice and you're finishing up fall projects, Moline Seeded Fence has what you need in stock. Choose from a variety of posts, panels and gates, guardrail, oil field pipe, sucker rod, and a whole lot more. And as you look ahead to spring, Moline's is here to help you design the facilities you've been thinking about. From backgrounding lots and corrals to complete processing facilities, they provide comprehensive blueprints, 3D designs, supply lists, and trusted contractors. With delivery trucks running daily, contact Moline Seed and Fence at 308-529-0781 or visit them online at molineseedandfence.com. Located just north of Gothenburg. From everyone at Moline Seed and Fence, wishing you a Happy New Year.
At Nebraska State Bank, they don't just work here, they live here. You'll find them on the sidelines, helping at local charities and supporting hometown businesses right alongside you. For over 100 years, they've been rooted right here, helping families and businesses grow strong. And every decision made locally by people who know your name and your goals. Whether it's helping a student start saving or a neighbor open a small business, they're proud to invest in you and in our community. Nebraska State Bank and Trust, leading, serving, growing. Member FDIC.
Well, Dave, Bernie back in the studio with my friend Brent, who I feel like is a tall man no matter what his stature.
Bless you. Thanks. Got a big heart.
Yeah, big
I
heart.
hope.
Big warm
anyway,
heart.
I don't know. Some people may say, no, you don't.
I'm a little...
I think I do.
No, you do. I'm a little disgruntled. Not disgruntled, a little hurt. I'd give Deb down at the Barney's a little kind of side shoulder hug,
Oh,
just
yeah.
kind of a friendly hug.
Uh-huh.
And she, as you heard, told me that was the best hug she had all day.
Oh.
But I was the first person to hug her today.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found out that her dog gives better hugs than yours truly.
Oh, boy.
So we're both
Well.
kind of in the dumps today.
Hmm.
You can't dance for the Super Bowl show with Bunny, Bad Bunny, and I can't hug as good as Deb's dog.
Well, I guess we're just stuck doing the show then, you and me.
We'll just be in this little booth together.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll not bother anybody.
We'll just continue performing our art.
Yes, that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a time out, and we'll be back with more art.
Hi, this is Andrew Knost, CEO at Gothenburg Health. We believe quality healthcare does more than heal. It helps communities thrive. We continue to reimagine rural healthcare with a balance of innovation, compassion, and expertise to serve you better. And because we're supporting our friends, family, and neighbors, delivering quality care just means more. Gothenburg Health, well ahead.
Agland ATV would like to thank all of our customers for their business and friendships this year and look forward to working with you in 2026. Polaris works hard to keep bringing you the most reliable and powerful machines in the off-road market. Agland ATV is proud to keep the momentum rolling here in central Nebraska and strives to offer you the best in off-road sales and service. Agland ATV, West Highway 2 in Broken Bow.
Always wear a helmet, never drink and ride.
9:16, want to tell you about a fun time available. This time of year, we're kind of looking for things to kind of break the monotony up. Maybe, as mentioned earlier, January is getting a little long for you. It's a long month, kind of just one of those months that we don't mind getting through as far as getting headed towards, I know this sounds crazy, but towards spring. But it's not that far off when you get through January. Next thing you know, it'll be March. So we're kind of maybe needing to break things up here a little bit. And here's an opportunity for you at Sylvester's this Friday night. Tim Zock will be there. Now, Tim got his start singing Alabama songs with his dad on back roads, and now has been named the best new country act in Nebraska. And Tim has raw talent that has turned into a full-blown music career. So kind of kind of got his licks in here, and he doesn't mind coming back to Sylvester's and playing and entertaining. So go see him this Friday night at Sylvester's from 9 until 1. Great music. Of course, they always get out the Jell-O shots in addition to all your favorite drinks. On East Highway 2 this Friday night, it's Tim Zock starting at 9.
All right.
Get there early. Get yourself a seat.
Yeah.
Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. So, again, January is flying by. It is the third Thursday, and that means Rustic and Red and Cozad will be having their sip and shop. And great sales will be offered to great friends, and they're looking for a great year with you. The sales will start at 10 a.m. and run until 7 p.m., so the sale items will be on all day this Thursday. 20% off store-wide, 40% off ladies' apparel, 50% off Christmas items, an extra 10% off the items in the loft, up to 75% total discounts. Some exclusions may apply at Rustic and Red in downtown Cozad. So sipping and shopping, third Thursday, always happens at Rustic and Red in Cozad. So that's tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk sports.
Sure. Well, let's take you back to last night for a moment. Really enjoyed doing the basketball games between Broken Bow and Sandhills Thetford. If you folks have the opportunity, maybe you were there live, you saw this. Maybe you were watching our video stream last night and saw it, but if you didn't, we encourage you to go back and watch the video stream. I encourage you to fast forward to the boys' halftime of the boys' game.
Okay.
They were selling tickets to give people a chance at making a half-court shot to win $500.
$500?
Yes. So last night, they drew the winning ticket, and guess whose name they called? Guess who had the winning ticket? Howard Gaffney. Now when I saw that Howard had won, I'm like, oh, this is going to be kind of fun. And so I'm like, I'm calling, we're going to do play-by-play of this. Well, Howard, as you would imagine, the smart genius man that he is, gets Andrew Christian, who many of you know, to take the shot for him. Now, Andrew was an outstanding basketball player for Anselmo Myrna when he was in high school. Just a great all-around athlete. Still is, quite frankly. As many of you know, coached the Sandhills Thetford boys basketball team for a good number of years. Had great success doing that. So Andrew's there in the stands. Howard has a winning ticket. He calls Andrew out to take the shot for him. Now, the way they played it was there was going to be a minute on the clock, and you had a minute to take as many shots as you could get in that minute to try to make the half-court shot. They give the ball to Andrew. He flips it up in the air, like no effort whatsoever. Swish. On the first attempt.
About the place went crazy.
The place went nuts. Jeremy and I went nuts. It was great. So what I thought was real interesting, though, this was just an observation. Andrew made the shot, but Howard had the winning ticket. So the money went to Howard. And it looked to me like Howard kept the money all the way into the stands. It didn't look like Andrew was even going to get a cut.
Wow.
But then I happened to notice that Howard's wonderful wife,
yes,
I think made sure that Andrew got a cut of the proceeds. So that was a lot of fun. That was really neat, and it was a great night being able to do those games. So that was a lot of fun. As far as the rest of this week goes, we're going to switch now our focus to wrestling. Tomorrow we're going to drive up to Valentine, and when I say we, that would be Mr. Crawley and I. We'll go up there and bring you girls and boys wrestling. The Broken Bow girls are going to duel Valentine at 5 o'clock tomorrow night or late afternoon, and we will start our coverage with that duel on KBBN 95.3 FM. And then when that's over, we'll take a little bit of a break because Gothenburg will duel Valentine in boys wrestling following that. And then after that, you'll get Broken Bow versus Gothenburg and Broken Bow versus Valentine to end the night. So we'll have all Broken Bow matches of the duel with Gothenburg and Valentine on the boys' side, and then Broken Bow girls versus Valentine to start off at 5 o'clock. And we'll have all of those matches for you live on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. And then on Saturday, we, and that would be Kirk and I again, we're going to go back to Sandhills. We'll be back in Dunning for you on Saturday as they will roll out the mats for the Sandhills Thetford Wrestling Invitational, which also doubles now as the MNAC Wrestling Championships. And it'll be girls and boys. So we'll be there to cover those matches for you. We pick up our coverage in the semifinal round, and that's usually in the mid-afternoon sometime. So when they get ready for the semifinals, we'll come on the air, we'll cover the semifinal round through the remainder of the tournament, and we'll have those area matches for you live on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com on Saturday.
All right. It's all about wrestling the next few days.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's good. I understand Nebraska basketball team on the men's side, big win last night.
Oh, man. They just we listened to the end of it coming home from the games that we covered.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it had already been decided by the time we tuned into it, but it was a whooping. It sounds like 90-55, I think, was the final over Oregon. I know Oregon has kind of been struggling a little bit this season. They were missing some guys due to injury, but still, great win. Undefeated, 17-0, top 10 ranked in the country. Whew, they are the real deal, and they are fun to watch.
They are fun. Kent Pavelka survived.
No, he's going nuts. I mean, it was a blowout, and he was still going crazy. But Jeremy and I think Jeremy was with me on this. We loved it. You know, from a technical perspective, as a play-by-play guy, Kent breaks a lot of rules right now. But as a Homer announcer, man, oh man, I just love the man. Love the man.
He's always been good at that.
Yes, he has.
We'll be right back.
Just when you thought broadleaf weeds were winning the fight, Status Herbicide delivers the knockout punch to nearly 200 types. But the post-emergence fight isn't over yet. HPPD-resistant weeds have entered the ring. And what the water hemp? Status Herbicide just brought in Zidua SC herbicide for a tank mix. Looks like HPPD-resistant weeds are going to be knocked down for a while. And that's why Status Herbicide is the #1 broadleaf herbicide in corn. Talk to your BASF retailer about Status Herbicide. Always read and follow label directions.
When it comes to fungicide, many growers only think about disease control.
Tar spot.
At Bayer, we handle tar spot, but we also think beyond disease control.
Tar spot. Wait, how?
With Delaro Complete, it has 3 modes of action.
3 modes of action?
We also think about boosting overall plant health in many ways.
Huh. Better greening, increased stalk strength, higher grain fill.
Now you're thinking. Thinking complete with Bayer. Learn more at delarocomplete.us. Always read and follow pesticide label directions.
At Channel, we always show up for our farmers. Is that tar spot or rust?
Incoming!
Definitely rust.
Rick, how did you? Dropping in to check on your crop, Bill. Let's call your agronomist before that rust can hurt your yield.
That sounds great, but when did you learn to skydive?
Self-taught, Bill. Kind of a prodigy.
From personalized insights to year-round support, Channel Seed pros always show up. Visit channel.com to learn more. Channel, all in, all season. Read and follow pesticide label directions, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices.
Well, just to add to the somewhat tough morning for Brent and yours truly with the comments about height and being short from being second to a dog for a hug for my experience with Deb. And it's just sometimes, more than a person can take. And then you look over here at Tim Moran. He's on a Doritos package, his picture. And, it's a smiley picture. He's looking at you. He gave those to us when he was here last. And now it seems like the smile and the grin is more of a not just I'm grinning and smiling. It's more of a you guys, kind of smile. I'm going to turn the package around.
There you go.
There, I feel better. That's better. A little better. Last song from the 70s to close the show. We'll talk to you tomorrow, Brent.
All right, sounds good.
The wind blew some lucky